Saudi Arabia. We sent the entire camera crew
Back here.
inside right now.
I wonder if you could tell us.
Where would coverage of the Gulf War have been without cable? Cable companies like yours have paid more than $1 billion to CNN so you can get comprehensive news 24 hours a day.
The liberation of Kuwait has begun.
Cable contributes to life.
We're back at Memorial Stadium with a halftime score. The Irving MacArthur Cardinals lead the Rider Raiders 12-9. And for your halftime entertainment, it's the marching band of Irving MacArthur High School.
Want to do something really, really nice for your friends? Next time you go out with them, if they're going to be drinking alcohol, offer to be the designated driver for the evening. That means you stick to non-alcoholic drinks and drive everyone home safely. Next time, one of them can do the same thing for you. You could be saving them from being arrested or having a serious accident. You could even be saving their lives. Now that's what I call a friend. For more information on drinking and driving, write the Will Rogers Institute, White Plains, New York.
Halftime continues at Memorial Stadium at this bi-district playoff game between Irving MacArthur and the Rider Raiders. The Cardinals lead 12-9, and to continue your halftime entertainment, it's our privilege to introduce to you the pride of the Raiders, the Rider Raider Marching Band.
low price revolution is on. In every Winn-Dixie store, on every aisle, we've lowered prices. Now we give you everyday low prices and extra savings, like a hot price on a WD Select Lean Whole Pork Loin, just $1.38 a pound, sliced free. Save on Coke, while 12 packs are 2 for $6. And Super Brand ice cream, ice milk, and sherbet are 99 cents a half gallon. The low price revolution means you get over 10,000 low prices every day.
Back at Memorial Stadium, start of the second half in this bi-district playoff game between the Ryder Raiders and the Irving MacArthur Cardinals. Ryder kept off the second half scoring with a 37-yard field goal by Rashad Hickman to pull him within 3 points. That's where we are right now, 12-9 MacArthur.
Picked up at the 15. Still on his feet, and a couple of yards for Derek Williams. Williams across the 25 to the 27-yard line. That's where they will start off half number 2. A quick look at some halftime statistics to show you.
We can talk about some of them. Skipping first downs, MacArthur had 12 first downs, Ryder 7. Yards rushing, MacArthur 25, 140 yards. Ryder rushed the football 18 times for 88 yards. We'll get back to more of those just a second.
Howard nudging it up to the 29-yard line.
There you see him. We spoke of the first downs already. Yards rushing, passing yards. Ryder 6 out of 6 for 114 yards. MacArthur 3 of 7 for 78 yards. Punts, as you see, MacArthur punted twice for 35.5, and Ryder 3 times for 34. And the other big stat would be turnovers. MacArthur 1 turnover, and the Ryder Raiders none.
Second down, a give again to Howard, and the defense is there this time for the Raiders. Leading the way, McLarty, number 83, on the defensive tackle.
And they're going to have that kind of effort here in the second half to get this thing back in their...
Make it Freeman, David Freeman leading the way that time.
Going to say to get things back on their side, Skip, that's the kind of effort Ryder's going to have here in the second half.
McLarty and Freeman both there on that right side of the line. Give you some quick individual stats. Howard, 16 carries, 82 yards. Williams, 9 carries, 56 yards. And no time on the play clock.
Well,
and they got the timeout before a flag was thrown. So the Cardinals having a little mix-up in the offense. Elects to call the timeout. They will have 2 for the remainder of this ball game. And that played to be an important factor. They were unable to get a timeout called on their drive to put something in the first half of the ball game.
And you wonder now if you sense a little change in momentum. If the 37-yard field goal before the half maybe gave Ryder a little nudge of momentum, possibly.
A little nudge, yeah. But the shift of the game is still with MacArthur. They have the lead, 12-9.
It's important, Skip, if Ryder can hold here on this initial possession of the second half.
On the pitch, Howard will not pick up the first down, will barely get back to the line of scrimmage. Sean Perez, the linebacker, makes a defensive stick. And the Raiders do what they wanted to do, open up the second half with a good defensive stand.
And that's the first time Howard's been hit like that today.
.10 remaining, and they will line up to punt the football away. Bad snap, pressure put on, and he will be able to run this one and get the punt off. Oh my, just great individual effort that time from Yarborough.
But great pressure and great individual effort by about 3 guys for the Ryder Raiders. As you see the replay, and look at the rush. There's the bobble snap. Now he gets it off before he's horse-collared down by Jamie Baker. Baker, 6'2", Skip 170.
But Yarborough able to get the punt off. You would think most punters would just more than likely, after the pressure put on, would just go out of bounds or do something with it. He still tried to punt that thing. First and 10 from the 35.
Flanagan still has it.
And sacked. Oh, my. Number 75 for the Cardinals coming in there, Farrow. The defensive tackle, 242, 5'11", only a sophomore, bumps him hard.
You look at his first name, Jaws. Jaws Farrow, and he really put a lick on the jaws of Ramon Flanagan. That was a nasty hit.
Jaws, I guess the nickname. He goes Jerome Farrow for namesake, but Jaws exactly. He didn't even get an arm or anything.
No, he didn't have to.
He bumped him down. Flanagan on the option, keeps it, crosses the 40-yard line, and tries to get it back to the original line of scrimmage, where it will be 3rd and 11, and that was a key sack of this ball game. Very key sack. 9:11 left, and a flag thrown down at the same time.
And the option rests with the Rider Raiders because the official talking to Ramon Flanagan.
They talk it over with Flanagan. Here's the call from the official. Offsides called against MacArthur.
If you're wondering how these teams got to where we are today, there you see the Rider Raiders started out the season with 3 consecutive wins over the Coyotes, over Hershey and Amarillo Tascosa, before starting district play with a loss to Haltom. Then went down and defeated Richland.
Second down call after the penalty. Quick
Watch
opener.
out.
Lewis.
The train's
20.
loose.
15 and out of bounds. Montrell Lewis finding the hole, off tackle on a big 2nd and 12 call. Penetration number 2, and we're tied on penetrations.
Watch the train. The train changes directions. That's Lewis. Now pops it to the outside and picks up a huge gain, and now a 1st and 10 for Rider at the MacArthur 12-yard line. And what a turnaround now.
26 yards on the pickup for Montrell Lewis. From the 12, Flanagan to throw, looking, flushed out of the pocket, nobody open, we'll run it. Inside the 10, breaks a couple of tackles, still on his feet, and finally brought down at the 4-yard line.
Hey, how about that? Now Flanagan showing you a little toughness right there, Skipper.
Tony Holmes finally brings him down, and here's a look at it.
Now I want you to watch the decoy when he comes out rolling to his right. Watch him. You see that little signal go? He's not even talking to anybody. He's trying to fake out the tacklers coming in, and talk about toughness. Look at him tuck the football, breaks about 2 or 3 tackles inside the 5.
For the Raiders so far tonight, Lewis 9 carries, 71 yards. Flanagan his 3rd carry of the night for 16 yards. As it is 2nd and goal from the 4. Lewis to the 1. 3rd down call.
Skip, while we have a chance here, we were talking about how Rider got here. You saw a check of the first 5 ball games. Their last 5 games, they lost to Louisville, lost to Sherman, then came back to win 3 straight. They beat Denton, Keller, and that exciting victory last week over Marcus.
Lewis picks up a 1st down. Excuse me, I said it was 2nd and a couple. It is now 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Full house backfield. Lewis is in.
Yes. Rider takes the lead.
7:24 to play here in quarter number 3. And now the momentum has changed. An all-important extra point coming up right here. As we talked a little bit about the extra points being a problem for both ball clubs here, Hickman will do the extra point honors. McLarty puts it down, and it's no good. Blocked at the line.
There's something in the air today that these extra points just will not go.
And it is now a 2-point lead, 15-12.
And penetration, Skip, 2 apiece.
A look at the touchdown.
Lewis straight ahead. And we talked about the little nudge of momentum. That nudge has suddenly turned into a big kick of momentum for Ryder.
But the block extra point leaves a little light for the Cardinals, because as far as that is concerned, only down by
but keep in mind, as you look at the score, 15-12 Ryder, MacArthur jumped out on top 12-0, and since that time, Ryder has come up with 15 unanswered points to take the lead.
So the Raiders lead it by 3. And the Cardinals will touch the football for the second time this afternoon, with an opportunity to come down and take the lead or tie things up.
Well, I tell you, if you can get a shot of Floyd LeBleu, Wayne's brother, down about the 50-yard line, he is just encouraging these Ryder fans. That a way to go, Uncle Floyd.
The kick will go out of bounds at the 16-yard line, and flags fly. They will determine where to spot the ball.
There he is, Skipper. Look at that encouragement, huh? You get him, Uncle Floyd. Keep him going. You know, he's got a dual role. He's got to keep the players fired up, plus he's trying to keep the fans fired up, too.
Well, once you get in a playoff game, the fans are very important. You know that, as many playoff games as we've done in the last 4 or 5 years. Fan support means a lot. So if you can't go out and support your favorite high school football team throughout these 91 football playoffs. Cardinals will take the football at the 30-yard line, and here's a look at that offensive line that has done a spectacular job in the first half. They will be tested here in half number 2. Williams is back in there offensively behind Lunsford. From the 30, Williams gets the call, and no hole there. Rashad Hickman, one of the first men to get there for the Ryder Raiders.
And Skip, when you talk playoffs, it's an opportunity for us to thank Winn-Dixie, our corporate sponsor for the 1991 high school playoffs.
Here's a look at the defensive line. Saltzman, Kunkel, Freeman, and Walker. And a look at that defensive backfield for the Ryder Raiders. 2nd down and 9 after the 1-yard pickup. 6:53 to play in the 3rd. Pressure coming on. Lunsford to throw across the middle, and it's almost picked off by Brian Lewis. Lewis had an attempt at it, could not hold on to it. Pass that time intended for Jackson.
Looks like we might have a personal foul roughing the passer against Ryder. Let's check the flag.
We see the pressure come on. Yeah, it might have been. He already released the football. That could be the call.
And it is 15 yards, personal foul, roughing the passer.
And it will be enough for a first down. And the Cardinals will keep the drive alive on the penalty. And I don't think it would have been too bad, but I think they banged him upside the head. 15 yards, major penalty.
Howard at the running back slot. Williams out, Howard in.
Armstrong in motion, and they pitch. Howard, right side, crosses the 50.
You better get him down.
And he's finally brought down at the 46.
As possessed in the first half, Howard has excellent balance.
Second down call. 2nd and 3. Play action. Complete. Jackson finally hauls one in and has room to run. Across the 20-yard line, inside the 15, and brought down by Pierce.
Now that's the leading receiver, Roland Jackson, came into this ball game, 21 catches for 490 yards.
Jackson unable to haul anything in this afternoon. Finally comes up with a catch this afternoon and a big one.
And I tell you what, he's got a pretty good size kid too. The program says 170. He looks like he's closer to 180. And Robin Pierce comes up and knocks him out of bounds. And if Pierce isn't there, it's a touchdown for MacArthur.
MacArthur now leads on penetrations 3-2. And they're going to try to take the lead with 5:57 left here in quarter number 3. Single setback is Howard, and movement penalty will be called on the offensive line of MacArthur. That will back them up 5 yards from there. And once again, we remind you, in case they don't get the touchdown and they have to go for the field goal and tie things up, they now lead in penetrations 3-2. They back the football up to the 16-yard line after the 5-yard penalty. That is their... Oh, we're checking out here in a second as far as penalties are concerned.
Howard.
Brought down to the 15.
So Hickman and Sean Perez, Skip, that time team up to make the stop on Howard. Be second down and about 3 now for the MacArthur first down. Correction, second down 14. Second and 14 for MacArthur. There's the replay.
Look for Lunsford. Possibly throw this one. Straight back, looking across the middle, and
got it,
incomplete.
I think. Let's see. No, incomplete.
Trying to thread the needle to Brett Helton. And Helton, in all of that, if he had come up with a catch there, it would have been a spectacular catch.
And credit Lunsford, too, for hanging in the pocket. He was under some pretty good pressure, but was able to hang in there and get the ball off.
We are in quarter number 3, Memorial Stadium, for this bi-district first-round playoff game between the Rider Raiders and the MacArthur Cardinals. Third down call, 3rd and 14. They need to get to the 1-yard line for a first down. Lunsford to throw, wobbled pass, and it's going to be pass interference. Brian Lewis all over Jackson. There was no way Jackson was going to
catch the ball. That ball's not even catchable.
So they're going to question that right there. Could the ball have been caught? If the ball could not have been caught, they will let that one go.
But I don't even think they're questioning that. No way.
That was way over his head, but they are going to make that call, and that is the official's point of view if that ball could have been caught. So they move the sticks. That will be an automatic first down. Moves the ball to the 9-yard line on the interference call. And first and goal from the 9. A key point in this ball game right here.
That was one of those half the distance penalties there.
Howard gets the call, moves it to the 7-yard line before being stuffed up there. And you know, that's what the Raiders had to do at halftime, was make some adjustments. Not only defensive passing adjustments had to be made, but also keying up on the single setback. Second and goal from the 9 after the pass interference call. 4:27 left to play here in quarter number 3. Lunsford again looking for Jackson in the end zone. It's incomplete. Jackson working one-on-one that time with Brian Lewis in the end zone. He was open, but Lunsford unable to get him the football.
And credit some pressure from the backside. 74 Saltzman in on Lunsford.
Lunsford so far 4 of 11, 195 yards in throwing the football. Forced with another third down call as they await the call coming in from head coach Ray Overton, and they will not be able to get it in. They elect to call a timeout, and they are now forced with 1 timeout in this football game.
And remember that, with 4:19 to go in the third quarter, Remember now, only one timeout remains for Irving MacArthur.
There's timeout on the field. 4:19 remaining here in quarter number 3. When we come back, it will be 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line.
You know, I got my first guitar when I was 14. I always had trouble handling a C major 6. It seems like I was just a fingertip away. Today, same goes for handling criminals. If you have information that solves a felony crime with arrest and indictments, you could be rewarded with up to $1,000, and you don't have to give your name or get involved. Just call your Crime Stoppers hotline and pick on crime before it picks on you.
Lunsford has room to run. Now throws it in the end zone.
Intercepted. No, wait a minute.
A catch has been made by Jackson. Jackson makes the catch.
He took it away.
And the clock continues to tick. That will be a fourth down situation from the 1-yard line. I'll look at it again.
Yeah, now look how close this is. It looks like the Ryder guy actually picks the football off right there.
And
but Jackson took it right away from Brian Lewis.
Yes, good play. They are going to go for it. Down deep. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line.
Watch Howard, 25.
Single setback, gets the call, he's up and over. Howard into the end zone. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And a look at it as he comes off that favorite side of the line where they like to go. Right behind Coke and Couch. A dive up and over, and the Cardinals regain the lead now 18-15.
And now we'll see if somebody can get an extra point.
In to attempt it, Yarborough. Lunsford has it down. Yarborough's kick is good. And with 3:39 to play here in quarter number 3, the Cardinals now have regained the lead and the momentum set up by the pass interference call, which gave them new life and 4 more downs to take it in. So a fast-paced 3rd quarter it has been. Although it doesn't say that on the clock, we still have 3:39, but teams have just been going up and down.
And another long drive. Skip that one, 70 yards for MacArthur. Keep in mind their first drive was 90 yards, their initial possession of the first half, and then their 3rd possession of the first half, they went 85 yards. So long scoring drives by MacArthur. 90 yards, 85 yards, and as we said, this last touchdown drive covered 70 yards.
Well, it has turned into a nice day. Forget about the early rain we had. The sun is out. We'll get some shadows on the field here in a few minutes as the sun out in full force. Picked up by Pierce at the 25. Pierce up to the 35.
He fumbled the ball.
And the Cardinals have the football.
Pierce fumbled the ball when he was hit, and MacArthur gets it.
John Whaley, the linebacker, 175-pound senior, comes away with the football on a key turnover right there. A look at it again as Pierce tries to go up the middle.
Pierce feels it there, up to right at the 30s, and you see it come out, just stripped out.
He just dropped it. And it may have been also around the football, Curtis Davis, number 5 as well. So a key opportunity now for the Cardinals on a 1st down call.
That's Williams.
Williams inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Brian Lewis brought down with 3:17 left here in quarter number 3. Cardinals lead it 19-15.
Skip, earlier in the second half, we were talking about how Ryder got here. Now we can tell you how Irving MacArthur got here. Look at those 3 starts. And they start out 0-3, but look at the teams. Against Arlington, Sam Houston, and then lost 35-7 to the #1 ranked team, Arlington Lamar. And then went on to 3 straight wins, lost to Hurst Bell, and then finished up with 2 wins in the last 3 games.
Second down.
Fumble again. Now Ryder thinks they have it. Let's see. They do. So 2 turnovers in a span of about a minute. There you see the ball loose in the Memorial Stadium AstroTurf. And the guys in the black shirts, the Ryder Raiders, come up with a loose football. Now they have it at their own 32.
Freeman around the football, also Scott Salzman around the football for the fumble recovery. And just when you thought the opportunity for Cardinals to put something on the scoreboard to turn turnovers into points, they cough it up. And new life now for the Raiders. Lewis on the trap play. Brought down at the line of scrimmage. He may squeeze out 1 or 2 yards on the play. Alan Singleton, the left tackle, brings him down after the pickup of 1. Second down. 2:14 left here at quarter number 3. Flanagan getting pressure. Flushed out of the pocket. And gets bumped out at the 33-yard line. Nobody open in that defensive secondary. Credit that to the good coverage back there, as Curtis Davis along with Johnny Sanford doing a fine job back there in that defensive secondary. Nobody able to get open.
And Skip, Ramon Flanagan walking rather gingerly on that right ankle. Now trying to get the right people in. That's Alvarado and Gilmore split to the left.
Option play. Flanagan keeps it. Cuts it up. 45,
Look
50.
out.
There'll be a foot race.
He's got it 1, and there's no flags.
See you later. Touchdown, Ryder.
67 yards for Ramon Flanagan, and Skip, did he run the option play to perfection.
We talked about Flanagan running the football earlier, and if nobody's open, he has to tuck it away and tuck it in, and he does a good job right here.
Oh, he shows you some. Watch this move right there. Now it's just a foot race, and Flanagan wins that one.
Big run, his 6th carry of the afternoon. 90 yards rushing for him, and another all-important extra point. This time Rodriguez will attempt it, and it's...
McClarty's got it, looking for a place to go, Skipper, and he finds it out of bounds in the turf.
They are not having a good time with extra points, and head coach Wayne LeBleu and the rest of the coaching staff are baffled right now with what is going on out there with these extra points.
Well, they need a Ian Howfield.
Here's a look at the touchdown one more time.
Oh, this was pretty wild. Option left. Look at the cut right there, and he breaks the 1 tackle.
Yeah.
And then it's just a foot race, as we said. And when you get in a foot race with Flanagan, more times than none, you're going to lose.
On, huh?
Yeah, there's a good shot of Wayne LeBleu. Gotta like what he's seeing now.
So it is now a 2-point Raider lead, as these extra points will come back and haunt them. 21-19. Another key stat, 3-3 on penetrations.
And Skip, as it always seems to be with Ryder, it's the big play. Their first score was the 32-yard pass play from Flanagan to Mark Jackson, then the 37-yard field goal before the half by Hickman, and now this latest 67-yard TD run by Ramon Flanagan.
Awaiting the kick, Rodriguez picked, well, not yet, now finally picked up. Williams to the 25 and brought down at the 29-yard line. Derek Williams on the return. And this game is going to be almost like last week's game was against Flower Mound Marcus. This one will go down to the wire.
And I'll tell you something that's interesting here. Remember, 3 teams from each district go in the playoffs. Irving Nimitz, Irving MacArthur were the runner-ups. Hearst Bell won this district. But folks, this is what's happened to 6-5A. Hearst Bell lost to Louisville. Irving Nimitz lost to Sherman. And now MacArthur trails Ryder by 2.
Still plenty of time in this one. It's not over till it's over. 1:45 remaining here in quarter number 3, and Howard on the run. Flags fly at the line of scrimmage. We will check the flags as Howard gets up after the hiccup of a couple, but a motion penalty will bring that one back. A 5-yard penalty called against the Cardinals for the motion penalty. Their 5th penalty of the afternoon for 30 yards total. Not really big major penalties, except one where the pass interference.
Yeah, that was a big one.
7 points.
Sure did.
Play action. Lunsford will run and will get up to the 30-yard line. Lunsford usually doesn't tuck the football and run with it. His running percentages, now believe this or not, in coming into the game, he's tucked the ball away 56 times for -50.
Oh, wait a minute.
But he scored 2 touchdowns. So, you know, he doesn't
56
like to do
rushing
that.
attempts for a -50?
So that tells you, hey, he's looking for somebody to get open.
It's not his forte to run, is what you're telling me.
Exactly. 2nd down and 8. Armstrong in motion, and they pitch to Howard to the right side. Howard trying to get to the outside. Will get 1 or 2 yards out of the play.
Robin
before being
Pierce
covered
got
up.
him, Skip.
All right, Pierce with help from John Amons as well. It will be 3rd down and about 5.
3rd down and about 5, and that's about how long it'd take you to get to the phone. 5 minutes or less to call Pinocchio's at 761-1111. Give them a call.
We are under 10 seconds, and the Cardinals will watch this one tick down. And when we come back, it will be 3rd and 5, because that will do it for quarter number 3. The Raiders lead it by a score of 21-19 as we thank our corporate sponsor, Winn-Dixie, for all their fine support through the 1991 football season. Winn-Dixie, America's supermarket. The 4th and final quarter is up next. Stay with us.
Nobody knows pizza like Pinocchio's.
Pinocchio's Pizza is quality pizza, not costly pizza. So get one of our large price slices for just $8.99. 5 different big pizzas, each one just $8.99. Dine in, take out, or free delivery. The price stays the same. No coupons needed. The savings are on us. So call or come to Pinocchio's and ask for your $8.99 special.
Nobody knows pizza like Pinocchio's.
The building of a champion starts with a strong base, a firm foundation, upper stability and harmony, polish, poise, and savvy. You receive all these things with the champion trophy for your champion from Ballpark Sports and Awards.
The Hampton Inn, just off I-44 in Wichita Falls, would like to invite you to stay with them when you come to support your favorite sports team. Hampton Inns offers superior guest rooms with non-smoking rooms also available. The Hampton Inn has free continental breakfast for their guests, free local phone calls, pay-per-view movies, and remote-controlled television, which feature CNN, ESPN, and Showtime. In addition, the third and fourth person stay free, and children under 18 stay free with their parents. Also, guests have access of local racquetball club and fitness center. So when you're in town cheering on your favorite sports team, come relax with us at the Hampton Inn, your home away from home, on I-44 just off the Marine Street exit in Wichita Falls. For reservations, dial 766-3300 or 1-800-HAMPTON.
The Congress is not unified with the President. The vote on this resolution should be yes.
This tax is a loser.
We side with the people and we side with freedom.
We better get our priorities straightened around in a hurry.
Where would the issues be without cable? The $15 million a year it costs to bring America C-SPAN is totally paid for by cable companies like yours.
What is the wisest course of action for our nation?
We see this as the first step.
Cable contributes to life.
The low price revolution is on because Winn-Dixie is here. You'll see the difference down every aisle. In every department. Now your money goes further in Wichita Falls. Our prices are really low. You'll find over 10,000 low prices every day. Winn-Dixie, we're the low price leader.
Fourth and final quarter. Third down call, Lunsford to throw. Complete, first down, Jackson at the 40. Good call for head coach Ray Overton and the Cardinals.
Good execution that time by MacArthur. And now Roland Jackson's making his presence felt. He came in to the ball game as the leading pass receiver. But early in this ball game, Skip, it was Elmore Armstrong who was doing most of the damage on the receiving end for MacArthur. Now they're going to their leading receiver, Roland Jackson.
13 yards on the pickup. And the ball spotted at the 45-yard line.
Hey, what a play by Kunkel. John Kunkel, the sophomore defensive tackle, trailing that play and brings Howard down from behind.
Here's a look at it.
Okay, now watch. Kunkel comes in from the bottom of the screen. Right here, see him trailing the play, brings Howard down. Howard's looking for a block and looking for a place to cut up. Has no idea the big sophomore's bearing down on him from behind. Third quarter stats now. First downs, MacArthur 12, Ryder 7. MacArthur 5 of 12 through the air for 202 yards. Ryder still 6 of 6 for 116.
Play action on this play. Lunsford has room to run. Will try to get to the outside and does. Bumped out at the 49-yard line, where it will be third down after they pick him up in the rest of the third quarter quick stats.
Penalties, MacArthur 5 penalties, 30 yards. Ryder 2 of 20. Punts, it's going to yards rushing, 160 yards rushing for MacArthur, 171 now for Ryder. So the gap is beginning to be closed.
Key stat as well, first downs, because if penetrations are tied where we are at now, the next tiebreaker would be first down. But with a 21-19 ball game, no tie in sight right now. 4 seconds on the play clock. 2-1, and they got it off. Lunsford to throw on third down. Sideline pattern, batted in the air, and it's knocked down. One-on-one isolation, defensive coverage that time. Clay Ferris comes up with a good play over there. As you see the time remaining in the ball game, the Cardinals are faced with a fourth down and 6. And they will elect to bring on the punt team as Brian Yarbrough back in punt formation.
So Ray Overton and his staff at Irving MacArthur figure, hey guys, better go ahead and play it safe. We're only down by 2. Let's punt it. Maybe we can force a turnover.
Yarbrough's third punt of the night. Fair catch called for by Pierce at the 19-yard line, and the Raiders touch the football with 10:34 and a 2-point lead. 42 yards on the punt. As we mentioned earlier, the winner of this game will play the winner of the Fort Worth Wyatt Arlington Lamar ball game, which will be played immediately after this game at Texas Stadium. Lewis across the 20, and a look at other playoff games being played today. We talked about the Wyatt Arlington Lamar ball game.
El Paso Austin against El Paso Eastwood, and then Amarillo Tascosa takes on Mighty Mojo, Odessa Permian.
They are mighty indeed. They're back in the poll of the nation as far as the top high school teams in the nation. After a rocky season a year ago, after allegations. Here's a big play.
Hickman.
And he loses the ball. Still
loose, and MacArthur got it.
Oh, my.
And you know what happened? Rashad Hickman and Mondrell Lewis ran into each other. The ball came popping out of there. Watch this replay. You won't believe it.
Coming away with it, though, is Brent Helton, number 21, and here's a look at it.
Now, Skip, watch them collide. Hickman, Lewis, no, 44.